2017, Sofia the robot, the AI robot, was given citizenship in Saudi Arabia. We're going to talk about what the implications of that are and if we feel like that's an appropriate distinction to give to an AI. What do you guys think?
Well, my first reaction was, really? A robot? Really? A robot?
Yeah.
But I guess we're getting to that stage now where we kind of have to consider these things with the technology advances and having robots, they're intelligent, right? Like some sort of AI, right? So we kind of have to consider what the policies and things will be for that.
But then I was just like, you're granting citizenship to a robot while there are actual people that are, that are wanting citizenships, but you're not granting it to them. So,
and a lot of people are also talking about the issue how in Saudi Arabia a lot of women don't even have these rights that this robot now has.
That's the part that's so hypocritical about it for me. Like, I like this social media user who said, in the kingdom, we're quick, these social media users in the kingdom were quick to point out that the robot could be entitled to more rights than the country's female subjects, who must have a male guardian, must wear a hijab, cannot mix with unrelated males, and are unfairly represented in the justice system, and they were only recently granted permission to drive.
But this isn't a female. This is a toaster.
Yeah, but if she's presenting as a female.
And
it doesn't matter if she's...
I have friends who dress like women, and they're like, that doesn't make them a female necessarily.
But
like as far as you
but should a robot of any kind have more?
It has to do with your plumbing.
So take out the question of whether or not Sophia is a woman, or say she's a man.
She has more rights than
she still has more rights than the women, than the actual human females of that country.
You're still using the word she.
The point is.
Well, he has more rights. It has more rights.
It has
more rights.
But I mean, even her creators referred to her as a she.
Yeah.
So that was their intention.
Yeah.
And she was modeled after Audrey Hepburn. Is the model.
Hanson Robotics.
Hanson Robotics
is the company.
Hanson.
They're not Hanson AI. They're Hanson Robotics. Now there's a major difference between AI, which is artificial intelligence, that actually has the ability to process information and react to the information that it processes, opposed to what Sophia is, which is basically a puppet.
Yes, that's
It's whatever the
okay.
I think we can say she because its creator
this
is
glamorized toaster. This glamorized toaster is basically no more intelligent than Kermit the Frog.
Well, and if you watch her interviews, they're all, like, you can tell that they're all scripted because the interviewers always have the script with them, and then you can tell that she's just answering the pre-programmed script questions that they've asked her.
Programmed
it's insane to me because even in an interview that she did on CNBC, she literally said, they asked her, will you destroy humans? And her exact quote is, okay, I will destroy humans.
Yeah.
So the ethical questions about, like,
and she
what
said
are
some
the
racist things
yeah,
as
she
well.
said a racist comment.
Yeah.
So
these are responses that are pre-programmed responses that are based on very specific questions that are recognized in an algorithm that will just give a response. This is not artificial intelligence.
My question is, if she gets to a point where she's in a situation, or I don't know how to say it, but where she's not programmed for that specific moment, what's going to happen?
That's what I mean. She's not organically intelligent. She's just programmed to do certain
So
responses.
what's going to happen?
And what makes me even more upset about this is that they were getting citizenship for this thing that's not even that intelligent. And then Saudi Arabia is not even like giving the same rights to its female population or immigrant workers who are treated horribly there and also don't have citizenship. And then on top of that, Hanson Robotics is just using it as a marketing ploy to invest in other projects that they're doing and not even worrying about the AI that she supposedly has. So I have a quote from the head AI researcher, Jan LeCun from Facebook, and he's also a professor at New York University, who said, "It is a fact that many people are being deceived into thinking that this mechanically sophisticated animatronic puppet is intelligent. It's complete bullshit."
True.
Absolutely.
And that's a guy who knows what he's talking about. And so, and for him to say that, I think it's like really clear that this is just a marketing ploy by the company. If you look into David Hansen, the creator of this, you know, the CEO of Hansen Robotics, he's super shady. Like, I'm just so over this.
It is a marketing ploy.
Yeah, it's totally a marketing ploy, and for them to be so irresponsible to just go along with this, be totally fine with her getting citizenship, and then all being like, oh, it's going to help society, blah, blah, blah. Well, maybe if you really wanted to help society, you would work to get these women the rights that they need, and also
And
the
give
immigrants that they need.
citizenship to
I think there was an interview where the robot did say, like, I will help women get rights and stuff like that, fight
But
for
she
women.
said that, but
Yeah.
She's programmed.
Yeah,
she's
exactly.
fine.
So it is marketing.
There's 2 points that can go along with that. Number one, look at where she was presented and how this all played out. There was an interview that was done on a stage with billions of dollars worth of investors all watching. When they issued the announcement that this robot is not AI, not being anything like that, was getting citizenship, that just raised the stock of that company by I don't know how many fold.
And everybody
So if I
was
went up
talking
to
about
and I was
it
a
as an
Saudi
honor.
politician, I said, you want to make a quick 100 mil?
Right.
Give this robot citizenship. You're going to make headlines around the world. You're going to be on the ID show.
Wow.
Yeah.
But this, it reeks of someone trying to manipulate. This was an investor conference, and that's when they decided to do it, and it made international headlines. It was brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
And the other thing is, it's brilliant for Saudi Arabia too, because Saudi Arabia at this time, like, they used to get a lot of their wealth from oil, but now they're trying to transition into technology. So they want in the top of mind for their country, technology. So for them to do this, it's like now we're all talking about Saudi Arabia and technology.
Absolutely.
So they succeeded in shifting everybody's
Now
view about
my question is, what's the next thing?
Like
Now
for
we have
AI or
for
for
AI.
Hansen Electronic or Hansen?
either way. So
Robotics.
now we have robots or a robot that got citizenship. What's the next
Do
thing?
we think there's going to be more cases like this?
What if I go out and I build 100 or 100,000 Sofias, and I sit there and I go and I bring them into Saudi Arabia in my luggage. Do I suddenly have 100,000 people who are allowed to vote?
Right, that's
Do I have
one of the
100,000
ethical concerns. Is she a citizen that's allowed to
Up to
vote?
Yeah.
Who is
Exactly.
actually deciding who
And
gets
the
this
other
vote?
thing is they don't want to expose what are her rights or
Right, Saudi
its
Arabia
rights or
won't
whatever.
say
This
what
is
the rights are.
honorary citizenship. That's
wow.
all it is. It's honorary
Yeah.
citizenship. It's a publicity stunt
It
for them
is.
to do it. Now, there is a second point with this when it comes to female rights or women's rights or human rights in Saudi Arabia, period. In a country that is desperate for any form of progress,
Yeah.
why are we kicking them in the nuts for this is a little tiny sliver of progress in the right direction, where a female entity is being granted rights of some form. This can be representative, like, within society, within their culture. Sooner or later, something along those lines, it's a little bit of progress in a place that's desperate for any form of progress.
I think
And
it's
it has brought attention to that
To-
issue
to-
as well.
yeah, that's
It's got people talking about
Exactly. Women are they finally have a progressive king, someone who's actually trying to fight
for them.
Let's celebrate them for even the stupidest, silliest publicity stunt that puts a female figure in the spotlight and not in a paper bag or
But I
whatever.
think that's a super positive outlook because
I'm super positive, Zach.
and I hope that is the reality and the reaction that it will get. But unfortunately, I have to be a little bit pessimistic about it and think that in the end, is it really going to get the women their citizens,
what they
their
deserve?
rights, and is it really going to get
It
the?
kind of
Am I-
shows, sorry.
Because to
and-
me, it doesn't matter if Hansen Robotics gets another $1 billion,
Dollars,
or if the already super rich men in Saudi Arabia get more money, which is, I think, the only actual.
My
So
thing
it's
is-
painted as a big thing that's like, oh, this is going to help women so much. I don't
My
think
thing
that's
is,
very
why did it have to take a robot for women to get their right to drive?
accurate. That's a good.
Well, it's gotta take
Is it-
something. Something's gotta.
Do you think the robot gave them the right? Because
Well,
this has been a
it was
subject that's been.
the robot was definitely part of the decision. Like, it influenced the final decision.
Possibly, but I think it was more the protests that went on the year before, where women were getting into their
And
cars
then the robot was
defiantly
just
riding,
the-
defiantly driving cars,
Yeah, the
and
robot was
taking
just the typical.
taking pictures and posting it onto
Yeah.
onto social media.
And the robot was the typical.
And then they have a
I
very
guess.
progressive king who sat there, or more, well, very progressive in Saudi Arabia. Oh, let's let women drive. That's progress in Saudi Arabia.
But still progress, right?
Yeah. So,
Okay. Well, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the ID show. We really appreciate you watching. Thank you to all the fabulous hosts that we had today. I really appreciate you guys being here. And thank you so much to the production team. We definitely couldn't have done it without you. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube. Bye-bye.
Some